The smile on his lips grew stronger and stronger. "Sounds great! Thank you so much for providing us with information time and time again. It's just that I have always had a question." He narrowed his eyes and asked meaningfully, "Who are you, and why do you keep helping us? Could it be that you are also an enemy of Jiangnan region?" There was silence on the other end of the phone for a moment. The man's voice sounded again. "Is this important? You won't completely trust me. You will consider the authenticity of the information yourself. But one thing is for sure. You and I have a common interest in dealing with the Jiangnan region." The sound from the Phoenix courtyard suddenly stopped. After the information was finished, he left, just like before. Phoenix Academy suddenly laughed loudly. This caught the attention of Kanat, the captain of the 4th Division. "You seem happy?" Phoenix Yuanren turned around and said to him with a smile, "Of course I'm very happy. Hey, my friend, I have great news for you. This time you can make a fortune, and I need you to change the direction of travel." Phoenix Inner narrowed his eyes. "The target of your pirate group has been changed to Tianhai City this time. I need your help to kill a difficult person first." Canute looked at him gloomily. "You want me to deal with this difficult person?" Phoenix Academy put a finger to his lips. "Don't be nervous. It's a bit tricky for us, but it may not be so for you. Besides, you should know how wealthy Tianhai City is." Canute chuckled. "Ronan, what you'd better say is true. If you let me know that you dare to plot against me, you will never be able to take the sea route again in this life." "How dare you?" Phoenix Yuanren spread his hands, but a hint of disdainful ridicule flashed deep in his eyes. "Now, as long as we follow Mayumi's guidance, we can avoid the Navy and land on the other side safely. When that time comes, if you want to get something, please plunder it freely." The Defense Department of the Combat Command Center suddenly issued an alarm. An enemy appears near Jiangnan region. On Zhang Yi's side, he was sleeping, but the sound of the communication device woke him up immediately. His sleep has always been shallow, and the slightest movement can wake him up. After waking up, Zhang Yi looked at the time. It was midnight. The name displayed on the satellite phone was Lan Xincheng. He picked up the phone and answered. "Hi, Secretary Lan. Captain Zhang, the enemy is coming. Please lead your team members to the Combat Command Center to assemble immediately. Tonight, the war is about to begin." Zhang Yi's eyes became sharp. "Almost there." Without any extra words, he immediately got up from the bed, got dressed, and then contacted Bailey Changqing and asked him to summon all the team members to assemble. Then he went to the next room and woke up Liang Yue and Yang Xinxin. "The people from Eclipse are here. Get ready immediately and gather at the combat center." 15 minutes later, the 3 people and the cat walked out of the villa. Zhang Yi said, "Let's go. The battle is about to begin." At the combat center, there was a high alert. Members of the Samsara team, members of the Tengu team, as well as senior officials of Yan Yunwei and the senior officials of the Combat Command Headquarters were all gathering at the combat center. Zhang was watching the surveillance and said, "It seems that they brought in quite a lot of reinforcements. They even used their ability of prophecy to evade the Navy's patrol and attract 3 places at the same time." Zhang asked Secretary Lan, "Let me see who you have invited to help." She said, "Commander Hun Dun, King Zhuan Lun, codename Gao Changkong, and Zhu Rong, codename Tu Yunli, have arrived." Zhang said, "Let them all in." Not long after, the door of the conference room was opened. Zhang Yi and the others arrived at the combat center. He glanced inside the room and saw Zhang and the others. The core combat force members were all here. Zhang said, "There are 3 enemy forces along the coast, attacking these 3 different places." A holographic image appeared in the center of the conference room. Currently, based on our investigation, we have basically determined their identities. He pointed at Huazhou City. What appears in the waters near Huazhou City is the Ronin organization, Jidao Demon, from the waters surrounding Japan. This is a gangster with more than 500 members. They use Ropefly Island as their base and engage in banditry on land and sea at the same time. Then his hand pointed at Linhai City. Linhai City, we found the symbol of Corrosion Moon and many N of their members. It can basically be concluded that the main force of Corrosion Moon is here. Zhang Yi and Gao Changkong stared at the location of Linhai City, with a strange light shining in their eyes. The corroding moon is the enemy they most want to destroy. But then, Zhang pointed his hand to the third position, which made Zhang Yi's eyes change. Tianhai City. What appeared in the waters near here are members of the Tianlong pirates who dominate the southern waters. This pirate group has a total of 7 fleets. They are very powerful. They have destroyed many small countries. Although, judging from the scale, it's just one of their fleets, but to deal with it, a large number of troops need to be deployed. After listening to the words of Zhang, the atmosphere in the conference room became solemn. I originally thought that the reinforcements invited by Eclipse were just a ragtag group of people, but the appearance of the Tianlong pirates put a lot of pressure on them. Fortunately for the Ronin organization, Jidao Demon, although there are many people, the Ronin are just idle personnel. Although there are many people, their strength may not be that terrible. Zhang Yi's eyes fell on Zhang. In the current situation, we can either choose to divide our forces into 3 fronts to fight, or we can concentrate our superior forces and destroy one area first. It depends on how Zhang arranges it. However, when he thought that Tianhai City had become the target of others, he couldn't help but feel worried. Fortunately, he had considered this outcome before and warned the people in Tianhai City in advance. Zhou Care and the others don't need to say much. As long as they do not leave the shelter, even if the Tianlong pirates attack with all their strength, they will not be able to harm them. That is a top-level defense that can prevent missile bombardment. The opponent dispatched 3 groups of troops this time, but Zhang was unhurried. The Tianlong pirates? This group of rabble is so tired of living that they dare to invade our Huaxu kingdom. We will settle this matter with them later. For now, we will clear out the invading enemies. Zhang's eyes turned and fell on Zhang. Yi and Gao Changkong. Chaos, Tianhai City is your territory, and you are very familiar with it. So you lead the Tengu team to Tianhai City and deal with the Tianlong pirates first. Zhang Yi felt relieved after hearing this. Although there were many pirates, in his opinion, their strength could not be compared to that of Eclipse, who were all elites. It is much less difficult to deal with. Zhang asked him to go to Tianhai City, obviously taking care of him and taking into account his strength. Of course, this refers to Zhang Yi's strength as judged by Zhang himself. Yes, Commander. Zhang Yi took over this task. Zhang looked at Gao Changkong again. King of Wheels, there are people from Eclipse over there in Linhai City. You lead the Samsara team to stop them. But don't rush into a life-and-death fight with them. After all, they have the power of prophecy, which is not easy to deal with. Use your own abilities to delay them and avoid a deadly fight. Then wait for the Tengu team to finish solving the group of pirates, and then join forces with you. Let's deal with Eclipse together to avoid too many casualties. Gao Changkong. Yes, Commander. The 2 groups have already arranged people to deal with them. Next, there is no one left to deal with the Jidao Demon organization in Huazhou City. Zhang's eyes looked at Tu Yunli. Zhurong, lead your 500 Yanyun guards to Huazhou. When half of Tu Yunli's face was hidden in the large royal robe, and his expression could not be seen clearly, but from his eyes you can feel the burning fighting spirit. Yes, Commander. Lan Xincheng raised objections. Zhu Shuai, if Yan Yunwei is used, who will protect Blizzard City? Blizzard City implements full military management. Everyone performs their duties and performs their duties on a fixed route. And now Tu Yunli, who is responsible for defending Blizzard City, has been transferred away, which will inevitably weaken Blizzard City's defense. Facing Lan Xincheng's question, the biggest conflict right now is the invasion of foreign enemies. We must win a perfect victory at all costs. Blizzard City's defense is strong enough. Even if Zhu Rong and his 500 Yanyun elites are missing, there won't be much impact. Lan Xincheng frowned slightly, thought for a while, and did not continue speaking. It would be rude for him to continue to question something that has been decided by the leader. This is not the way of a good official. Zhang slapped the table. Now start taking action. We must end this war outside the country before they wreak havoc. Absolutely. We cannot let them go deep into the hinterland of the Central Plains. Zhang Yi and others all stood up and responded loudly. Yes! The voice was clean and crisp, and then Zhang Yi, Gao Changkong, and Tu Yunli left the conference room without hesitation. Zhang Yi and others walked out of the conference room and went downstairs quickly. Zhang Yi immediately contacted Zhou Qi, who was far away in Tianhai City. Hey, Zhang Yi, why are you thinking of calling me so late? Could it be that you... Zhang Yi said quickly. Listen, Tianhai City is in danger. Eclipse Moon has brought people back to cause trouble. There is a group of pirates just offshore and will arrive in Tianhai City soon. All of you are not allowed to go out and go to the basement immediately. I will be in Tianhai City right away. Okay? I'll notify everyone right away. Don't be afraid. They can't breach the shelter. I'll be there in half an hour at most. Zhang Yi quickly explained what happened and then hung up the phone. After that, he called Chen Jingguan at Chaoyu Base. Because the enemy came from the sea, the first to suffer was the harbor of Chaoyu Base. Zhang Yi was too lazy to talk nonsense with him and quickly explained the cause and effect. I asked you to prepare for the battle before. How are you doing? Chen Jingguan's face became solemn, and he replied with anxiety. Everything has been done according to your instructions. Everyone is resting in the shelter, and the strategic materials have been moved away. Except for some large containers at the seaport, it is difficult to move. Nothing else. Zhang Yi nodded. Very good. You can lurk down and wait for my orders to act. After Zhang Yi finished making the call, he realized that he, Tu Yunli, and Gao Changkong were the only 3 people in the elevator. Zhang Yi glanced at them, thought for a while, and didn't know what to say. He wasn't very familiar with Gao Changkong, and he hadn't even exchanged a few words with Tu Yunli. Therefore, there is no way to start talking now. It is better for everyone to perform their duties and solve the matters within the scope of their own tasks first. But Tu Yunli spoke first. He said angrily, I will deal with the group of rogues in Huazhu City as soon as possible. Then I will support you. If you are in danger and you cannot solve it yourself, just hide and wait for our support. Okay. I will ask you to come over for support if necessary. Gao Changkong smiled, but did not answer Tu Yunli's words. Instead, he looked at Zhang Yi. I'm still waiting for you to come over and annihilate Eclipse Moon with us. Don't forget that Eclipse Moon is our biggest goal. Without Zhang Yi's ability to block predictions, dealing with the eclipse would not be an easy task. Even if Gao Changkong controls the power of reincarnation, he still has to take great risks. Zhang Yi felt something strange in the tone of Gao Changkong and Tu Yunli. Sure enough, as Deng Wenbo said at the beginning, the top management of Blizzard City is also divided into different factions. They are fighting openly and secretly with each other, and they are also competing with each other. It's just that as an outsider, because he won't be involved in power, disputes, he is not wary of others. What a hassle. Zhang Yi thought so in his heart. He has no interest in power and even thinks that it will only put people in danger. Zhang Yi came downstairs and the Tengu team was ready to go, just waiting for